Thank you. If you're heading out tonight or this weekend, heads up, mosquito activity. It's bad out there. It's extremely high in the Green Bay area. So what is driving this surge? What can you do about it? Ashley Robinson tells us what experts say, what you can do at home. She joins us in the studio. Ashley.
Cammie, this is AccuWeather's mosquito activity outlook. It doesn't count the number of mosquitoes, but it estimates the chance you will notice them based on recent conditions. When we get warm, humid days plus recent rain, the meter climbs higher. This weekend, we are under the extreme level, meaning bites are more likely, but according to AccuWeather, that chance should decline over the next week. This month, health officials confirmed the state's first West Nile activity of 2026, detected in a mosquito in Milwaukee County. Cases in people are still uncommon, but mosquito bites are a problem all on their own. So what can you do to prevent getting bit? Entomologist PJ Leash from UW-Madison says one way is to minimize the amount of standing water in your yard.
Now, sometimes standing water can be really obvious. Maybe it's that bird bath, and ideally for something like a bird bath, if you can change that water out about once a week or so, even if there were mosquito larvae developing in there, that's going to dump them out. Those would perish.
Most mosquito species are most active at dawn and dusk, but some are found in wooded areas throughout the entire day. If you're going to be out and about this weekend, Leash says the best ways to protect yourself against bites are by using insect repellent, wearing long-sleeved clothing, and even using fans to make it more difficult for mosquitoes to fly. Back to you, Cammie.